Well, happy Tuesday and welcome to VA Careers Live. My name is Mike Owens and I'm a national recruiter with the Veterans Health Administration, as well as your host for our weekly segment, you guessed it, Talk About It Tuesday. Now, if you're watching us for the first time, I want to let you know, first of all, I want to say thank you for tuning in. But again, if you're watching us for the first time, I want to let you know that we are here every Tuesday. That's right, Talk About It Tuesday. So we're here every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern time. So feel free to grab a snack, grab something to drink, and join us as we talk about careers here at VA. Now, again, if you're tuning in for the first time or you've been with us for the whole 3 years that this broadcast has been in existence, again, I want to say thank you. But we want you to be part of the conversation. We want to hear from you guys. So if you have anything you would like to tell us, if you have any comments that you would like to share, any advice that you would like to share, or you have a question that you may want to ask the group, just go ahead and put that in the comment section, because again, we want to hear from you. Everyone else that's watching us want to hear from you. If there's anything that we're talking about in this program that you feel that you can offer expert advice to anyone that's watching, go ahead and put that in the comment section. We always welcome those comments and those ideas, and we always welcome those questions. So again, don't be shy. Join us. Just join us, and we want to hear from you. So again, if you're watching and you have anything you'd like to tell us, go ahead and put that in the comment section. Also, we all know someone that wants to work here at VA, so let's not keep this broadcast a secret. Let's not keep it in our back pocket and say, you know what, only I'm going to know about this. Let's share it to everybody, because again, the information that we share on this broadcast can help out a lot of people and can make people who are marginal candidates into qualified candidates. And my goal here and my team's goal here is to get everyone that wants to work at VA. My goal is to make you a successful candidate so you can eventually land that perfect VA career. Or if you're already working at the VA and you want to, transfer career fields, or you may be looking for your promotion or something like that, we want to make sure that you guys are successful with that. So we're here to help everyone that's interested in enhancing their career here at VA. So again, hit that share button. We have 2 hashtags that we like to use for this broadcast. The first one is hashtag VA Careers. Again, hashtag VA Careers. And the next one is hashtag Work at VA. Again, hashtag Work at VA. So before you click that share button, jot down those 2 or write down or type in those 2 hashtags. And guess what? Hit that share button. And again, let's get this information out to as many people as possible. So before we get started, you guys know that, again, this is the Talk About It Tuesday platform. And I know on most weeks you see myself, or every so often you may see my coworkers Kendra or Tim pop up in here, but there's a whole team of people that's part of this Talk About It Tuesday broadcast that you may not necessarily see on camera. And one of the people on my team just had a birthday on Monday. I have a producer named Justin. He had a birthday yesterday, so I want to go ahead and give him a birthday shout out. And then if you have the time and you want to, let's give Justin a birthday shout out. Again, he plays an integral part in this broadcast. He's the one that helps us book those guests that come on that answers all those questions for you guys. So again, one of my producers, Justin, he had a birthday. So happy birthday, Justin. And if you guys can, just go ahead and give Justin a happy birthday shout out, because again, even though you see my face most of the time, he's a very integral part of our broadcast. So again, happy birthday, Justin. So with that being said, while we're talking about birthdays, here's our question of the day. Maybe we can give Justin's wife some birthday ideas. So I don't need to know when your birthday is, but the question is, for your next birthday, what is something that you would like what is a present or a gift you would like to get for your next birthday? So again, you don't have to write your birthday down in the comment section, but your birthday's coming up if it's coming up, or maybe your birthday just passed, or maybe your birthday is, a few months from now. But for your next birthday, what is something that you would like to receive for your next birthday? So we're doing this birthday celebration because, again, one of my producers, Justin, his birthday was yesterday. So again, while you're wishing Justin a happy birthday, go ahead and jot down something that you would like to receive for your next birthday. And if Justin's wife didn't get him a good gift, he can kind of jot down to some of those things and give it to her. So, all right. So again, thank you for watching as always. And today we're going to go into our topic. So today we're going to talk about mental health careers. All right. So Mental health is one of the most mission critical occupations that we have at VA. Of course, there's hundreds of occupations here at VA, but we have a list of those that could be mission critical. And VA is also coming out, if it hasn't come out with, they're having another mental health initiative. And with that mental health initiative, what VA is trying to accomplish is making sure that we hire more of the best and most highly qualified mental health professionals across the board. Our main mission at VA is always, no matter what vacancy it is, whether it's a secretary position, whether it's a housekeeping position, whether it's a doctor, a nurse, a social worker, any vacancy that we have, our number one goal is to make sure that we hire the most highly qualified person for that position. So that's our number one goal, because our mission here at VA is to make sure that we take care of our nation's heroes. And the way we do that is by making sure that we have the most highly qualified person in each of our vacancies or each of our positions. So today we want to talk about mental health careers, because mental health, again, VA is coming out with the mental health initiative. Our national recruiters are starting to go to a lot of mental health conferences across the country to go ahead and hire. And we'll talk about a conference that's coming up in actually a week and a half. But, we're trying to ramp up here at VA. We're trying to ramp up our hiring of mental health professionals, because that's a need that's always going to be there. And that's a need that we always want to make sure that we be proactive on. You never want to be reactive with mental health. You never want to have to react off of something that's coming up. You always want to stay ahead of the curve. And that's what VA does a really good job of that. VA recognizes that mental health is something that should always be top priority. So VA does a good job. Our leaders here at VA, from the secretary to the undersecretary, they do a great job of staying ahead of the mental health curve. So that's why we have these mental health initiatives, because, again, we want to make sure if someone is coming to VA, if a veteran's coming to VA and they need their mental health care needs met, we want to make sure that we are ahead of it, so that, guess what, when someone comes in here, when someone comes to VA, or when a veteran comes to VA, they can say, you know what, I went to the VA and I had the best care there. And, we want everybody. First of all, we want our veterans to be healthy, and we want to make sure that they're getting what they need from the Veterans Health Administration. So what I want to do today, I'm not going to go too in depth about mental health. I just want to talk about some different career paths. Now, again, I can't talk about all of them, because, again, we'll be here forever. And I know about after a few minutes, you guys are tired of hearing me talk. So I just want to go over some of the most common mental health careers here at VA. So the first one I want to go over is maybe one of the most obvious ones. It's a psychiatrist, which is a medical doctor. We have psychiatrists that work both in the inpatient setting and outpatient setting. So, of course, psychiatrists, they see patients. They have a really good workload. They make sure that they're there to meet the needs of the patients. They sit down with our veterans. Our veterans talk to these psychiatrists. Our veterans, after talking to the psychiatrists, they recommend different mental health plans that our veterans can go through. If there's anything that requires medications, obviously psychiatrists can go ahead and prescribe medications. If any of our veterans need to be referred for more specialty care, our psychiatrists are there to help our veterans get the care, even if that care is outside of VA facility. They counsel our veterans. They provide our veterans with education of medical conditions, preventative measures, and possible treatments. Obviously, they do lab work and go over lab results with our veterans, and it's just a whole lot of things that our healthcare psychiatrists go over. So, obviously, when we talk about mental health, that's the first thing that pops up in the head, is that we have a lot of good psychiatrists that work at VA. We have a very good mental health, and we have a lot of good benefits for psychiatrists that come and work for the VA. And we have a lot of psychiatrists that actually want to work for VA. So every time I go to one of these conferences where we're trying to recruit physicians to come to the VA, I never leave a conference without talking to at least a handful of psychiatrists that want to work for the VA. So So again, talking about mental health careers, psychiatrist is one of the first careers that come up. So the next one that we're going to talk about is the psychologist. All right. So we talked about psychiatrist, which is a medical doctor. So a psychologist is also a doctor, but they're more of the PhD route, or the a psych doctor. So they're not considered a medical doctor, but they have the education to get their PhD. And so psychologists have a lot of different roles within VA. Some of it is direct patient care. Some of it may be on the research side of the house. Some of it may be on the planning or leadership side of the house. But a psychologist in the VA is a jack of all trades. I've seen psychologists when I was working at the VA hospital in New Orleans. I've seen psychologists in the plethora, in a bunch of different positions. But again, we here at VA, we require our psychologists to have a wide range of professional knowledge of a wide range of professional psychological treatments or assessment methods. Again, if we have a psychologist out there that's a clinical psychologist that's talking to our veterans, you as a veteran, especially me as a veteran, if I'm talking to psychologists, I want to make sure I want that psychologist again to have a knowledge of a lot of different psychological treatments and assessments, so that psychologist can meet my needs and I can leave the VA saying that what my needs were met. All right. So again, we want our psychologists to be able to incorporate new clinical procedures. We want our psychologists to be able to design and implement effective treatment strategies. Again, some of our psychologists conduct research activities, such as designing and implementing clinical research projects. And again, I would say, again, out of the mental health professionals, our psychologists, our PhD psychologists, they do a lot of different things within VA, and I'm glad that I definitely trust our psychiatrists and college psychologists with my mental health care that I get from the VA. So again, if you're tuning in, we're just kind of going over some of the most common mental health careers that we have here at VA. The first one we went over, of course, was the doc, if you want to say it's a psychiatrist, and we just went over the PhD psychologist. But you have some mental health professionals that are in the nursing career. So the first one that you have is a nurse practitioner. And in a lot of VA facilities, our nurse practitioners are full practice. Again, if you are a nurse practitioner and you want a nurse practitioner position in VA, again, every facility may have their different requirements, but a lot of our nurse practitioners are full practice. But we have the nurse practitioners that come on, and again, our nurse practitioners, they manage the physical health medications for patients. There's a lot of things that they do. They go over our veterans' medical history, and they do physical examinations on new admissions. They make sure they screen veterans, and they do referrals. Our nurse practitioners do a lot of things. Nurse practitioners, again, they're another career field that's a jack of all trades. It's a smaller career field that's growing. At one time, the VA didn't have many nurse practitioners, but now when you go to any VA medical facility now, you will see an influx of nurse practitioners, and they do a great job in making sure that they do everything for our veterans to make sure that our veterans will get the best health care. So speaking of nurse practitioners, we're going to go to our next one, which is mental health registered nurses. So these are our registered nurses that are not nurse practitioners, but they have all type of educational background, and they have a specialty in mental health. So a lot of our registered nurses that work in a mental health capacity at VA, they have that specialty, and they have those continuing education credits, or that special education that they have to go through to get that mental health specialty. So these registered nurses that work in the mental health, they assist with the diagnosis and treatment plans of our veterans, especially those, again, that are dealing with mental health complications. Our mental health registered nurses, they handle high quality nursing care under the supervision of mental health professionals such as doctors and psychologists, and even our nurse practitioners. They do medical examinations for our mental health for those veterans that are coming in for any type of mental health issues. Um, you know, they conduct medication administration, and they also help educate our veterans on any type of mental health treatment that they may be getting. Mental health nurses, they counsel our veterans to know more about their condition. Again, our mental health registered nurses, they have a lot of education when it comes to mental health. Again, to be a mental health registered nurse, you have to go through a lot of education to even get that specialty under your belt. So again, as always, when it comes to mental health or when it comes to any type of career here at VA, but especially those that are conducting, or those that are providing direct patient care, um, we really make sure that we get the most highly qualified person, and those that with the highest education, to make sure that, especially in the mental health world, that our veterans are being effectively treated. So we do have also at the VA, we have licensed mental health counselors. We have those. Again, these are one of those secret squirrel positions that I always say, because we do have a lot of mental health counselors. But again, when you think of mental health, you think of our nurses, you think of our nurse practitioners, you think of our psychologists, and you think of our psychiatrists. But the licensed mental health counselor is also a good one. So if you're out there, you're licensed, again, if you're licensed and you are a mental health counselor, that's a good career to come, and that's a good career field to come and work here at VA. We also have mental health social workers. Again, our social workers, they're like the liaison for our veterans between the different healthcare providers. They do a lot for our veterans. Social workers are one of they're definitely the unsung heroes of the mental health career field. So if you're a social worker out there and you want to work for VA, obviously there's different licensure requirements that we do have for social workers here at VA. But if you're fully licensed and you want to work at VA, again, we have a lot of openings here. If you go to vacareers.va.gov or just the VA Careers website, you go to the job search engine, guess what? You're going to be able to, you're going to see a lot of mental health social worker positions. If you're a licensed mental health counselor, we have a lot of positions open there. Obviously, we have a lot of psychiatrists, a lot of psychiatry, and a lot of psychology positions that are open, and registered nurse mental health positions. So again, if you work in any type of mental health capacity and you want to work here at VA, this is the perfect time to go to VA Careers, our VA Careers website, and search in that job engine, search that job engine, and again, go ahead and find that perfect job. So again, for those out there that are looking, that are watching this program, whether you're watching it now live or you've come back to watch later, again, please make sure that we have a lot of openings for mental health. Again, VHA is ramping up this mental health hiring initiative. So again, if you work in any capacity in the mental health career field, this is the time to go ahead and get that perfect position here at VHA. Now, obviously, there are some benefits that we do offer here at VA. And again, it's not the same benefits for everyone. There's some careers that have certain benefits, some that have others. One of the benefits that we have for a lot of mental health professionals, we have the EDRP program, which is the Education Debt Reduction Program. Basically, what that is a student loan payment reimbursement program. Again, it's only offered to certain individuals or certain people in certain career fields. But if you are eligible for EDRP, once you get approved, you can have an award amount up to $200,000. All right. And your eligibility period is going to be from 1 to 5 years again. So it may not be for all of the career fields or all of the jobs that I just went through, but one of the benefits that are offered to a lot of mental health professionals is the Education Debt Reduction Program. So if you're someone that has student loans and you're trying to pay those student loans off, this is a good program that a lot of clinicians take advantage of when they come to the VA to kind of get those student loans taken care of, or at least to get that balance reduced a little bit. Obviously, if you are if you're a mental health professional and VA is recruiting you for a hard to fill vacancy, again, because we have a lot of competition, we have private healthcare organizations. We have people that are in private practice. And so obviously everyone's looking for mental health professionals. So there are a lot of competition that we have at VA, even though at VA, we pride ourselves on giving the best healthcare to our veterans, but we do know there's competition out there. So another incentive that's offered to those that are being recruited for highly qualified or hard to fill vacancies, we do offer for some of those folks, we offer a recruitment incentive. Now, obviously there's no generic amount for that incentive. That depends on which hospital that you're being hired for or which program office. But if you are being recruited for a position that's hard to fill or a position that's of high turnover in the mental health career field, you could be offered a recruitment incentive, or basically AKA a sign-on bonus. But again, we have competitive, some of our other benefits is that we have competitive pay. We have, again, paid time off. We have 26 days of annual leave, 13 days of sick leave. We have 11 paid federal holidays per year. And for those who like to go, for those who have to earn CME credits, you can get you can get up to 5 days of paid absence for CME. Okay. We have a retirement plan. We have a traditional federal pension, which is, after 5 years of working for the VA, you're vested in that. And we have a federal 401k with up to 5% in contributions by the VA. We have a plethora of insurance, whether it's healthcare, vision, dental, long-term life, long-term care. We have a lot of benefits that we offer in insurance. As far as licensure, now we have some career fields I know, like nursing, physicians, psychology, social workers, the counselors. Our licensure thing is really, really, really awesome because, for most private organizations, you have to be licensed in that state that you work in. But for the federal government, especially here at the VA, if you have a license in one state, for most career fields, you can work at any VA facility across the country. So if I'm a registered nurse and I have a licensure, and my license is here in Louisiana, I can still apply for a job at the VA in California and work there without having to get a California license. So again, if you have a license, if you have a unrestricted license in any of our U.S. States or territories, you can work at any VA facility that we have open. All right. And again, there's a lot of different other benefits that we have when it comes to mental health occupation. So again, if you want to know more about mental health and mental health careers here at VA, I'm not the say all be all, but I would tell you, please go to our VA careers website and you'll find all information you need to know about mental health careers or any type of careers on that website. And I want to close out with saying that, again, if you're interested, if you are a mental health professional and you will be going to the U.S. Psych Congress convention that's coming up starting on September 6th, we will have a booth there. The Veterans Health Administration, we will be booth number 118 in the exhibit hall. We're going to have some very highly qualified medical recruiters there, mental health recruiters. So if you're going to be at the Psych Congress starting on September 6th out in Nashville, Tennessee, and you're interested in working here at VA, or just you're interested in getting some information, come visit our recruiters, our national recruiters over at booth 118. Again, that's booth 118 at the Psych Congress event starting on September 7th in Nashville. So again, I thank you guys for watching. As you know, you caught this in the middle of the broadcast. Our broadcast, we posted on our social media pages, so you can always come back and watch the broadcast in its entirety. If you have any questions, comments, or just have some general information that you would like us to know, go ahead and put that in the comment section. As I mentioned earlier, I'm part of a bigger team, and yesterday one of our team members had a birthday, one of my producers, Justin. So if you want to take the time and wish Justin a happy birthday, I know he'll be grateful, and I'll be grateful for that, for you doing that and giving Justin that shout out. So with that being said, thank you for watching. If it's Tuesday, we're definitely going to talk about it, and we will see you on next week. Have a great day.